Children's rights activist and author Stacy Fru has come full circle this year as she celebrates as part of the matric class of 2024. Fru is widely remembered for becoming Africa's youngest published author after her book Smelly Cats on Vacation, which was declared suitable for young learners from early childhood through to primary schools by the South African Department of Basic Education. This year, Stacy's lucky number 7, yet again, signifies a milestone in her life. So Stacy achieved 7 distinctions in her matric exams, adding to her being born in 2007 and having published her first book at the age of 7. She joins us now to tell us more about the significance of the number 7 in your life. Good morning, Stacy. Congratulations.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on the show.
Wonderful. So lucky number 7, has this always been your lucky number?
No, I actually came to the realization after receiving my 7 distinctions at matric that there seems to be a lot of 7s in my life because I'm also 17 right now, so yeah.
Incredible. All right, so I mean, I don't think anyone is surprised by these recent developments because you've always been an overachiever. What was matric like for you, especially as someone who's, I mean, you started reading from the age of 3?
Matric was quite an experience, and I think prior to matric, I'd always think about it. My entire school journey, I would think about, oh, matric dance, my last day of school, but I never actually thought that it would happen. And so matric happened and occurred to me as kind of a shock. And I think if I had taken more time to just sit down and reflect on the matric year, then maybe it wouldn't have passed me by so quickly.
It passed you by quickly. I'm sure some kids feel like it was 3 years long.
No, for me, it happened quite quick because majority of the year was just spent writing tests and studying. So,
yeah. I mean, you've achieved an incredible amount of work, achievements, including, I mean, by the age of 12, you'd given public talks to a audience of over 50,000 people. What were you giving talks on?
So it would depend on the organization, or sometimes I'd be asked to speak on a particular day, for example, Youth Day, where my talk would have to center about the importance of literacy within youth, or if I had to motivate a group of school children, I would speak about my journey from an author to an activist and now academic weapon, I guess.
Right. Now, as a philanthropist as well, I mean, you've given out books and food and many different things. You apply yourself for others, for the benefit of others who are not as fortunate. What do you intend to do now that you've matriculated? I mean, what could be next for someone who's been talk show host, chair lady, MC, interviewer, teacher?
So I think now, moving forward, I would like to focus a bit more on the philanthropy work very closely with my foundation, especially because I'm not a matric anymore, and so I have more time to put into my other works. But also, I'm going to go to university, and I plan on furthering my studies within the STEM field, trying to bring some of my creativity into that.
Tell us more about your foundation and what it does.
So the Stacy Fru Foundation is a non-profit organization which focuses on underprivileged communities to provide resources for literacy and safety and security. It runs multiple drives throughout the year and other events such as the African Children of the Year Awards, which is an annual award ceremony there to honor African children who are doing good things within their community. So the whole foundation is very children-centered and education-centered.
That is fantastic. And I mean, you were 7 years old when you authored your book. Do you intend to continue with literature? Are you going to write any more books?
I am going to write some more books. I think the one that I currently have in the works is a compilation of poetry and creative writing from myself throughout the years. So I think that's what I'm most looking forward to right now.
And what advice do you have for young people out there? Because, I mean, the pressure is real. You know, we've done incredibly well as a nation as a whole. You know, we've achieved the greatest results that we've ever achieved since the dawn of democracy. But there are those who haven't done so well. So what advice would you have for them?
I think my most important piece of advice is not to push yourself too hard. I noticed within the early months of matric that a lot of my peers were getting burnt out too quickly because the workload that we were put through was quite exhausting. So I think take time to take care of yourself. Your mental health is extremely important if you are currently a matric or even if you've just received your results. So just take time for yourself.
And where do people find you? Where do they get a hold of you? Are you on social media?
Yes, you can find me on social media at Stacy Fru, or you can contact me via my website and find other information on me online.
Fantastic. Stacy, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, so there you have it. Stacy Fru joining us 7 distinctions later. And all right.